Welcome back, Bravehearts, to the Doc of Detox show. I'm here with my friend Jono, and we're also here with Dawn. Now, Dawn's in Ottawa, but guess what? Dawn's in gridlock. So anyway, she's going to take, I guess she's going to take an Uber downtown in a bit. But Dawn, why don't you bring everybody up to speed about what's going on with your friends? And also, Dawn made a cry out to people that are down in front of the Parliament and see if anybody can come live on Zoom. So fingers crossed, okay? Dawn, you're still putting it out there for us, right? To see if we can get somebody?
Absolutely, and I keep bumping it, so.
Yeah, and we're going to be back on tomorrow at 11. Why are we coming back on tomorrow at 11 Central Time? Why do you do this, Dawn? What's going on?
This is infectious energy that it would be a crime to keep this to myself and have all you guys down there just not getting any of it. It is just absolutely incredible over here in Ottawa right now. It's it's goosebumpy.
What are we doing tomorrow, though, at 11?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be going... 11
Central Time, we're going to be where?
We're going to be downtown Parliament. We're going to go to a powwow.
Oh, cool.
We're going to see, yeah, we're going to go and meet all of the Indigenous chiefs and a lot of the elders who have been supporting us through this whole thing. And we're going to go down there and we're going to chat with some of them. And it's going to be really beautiful. I've never been to a powwow, so...
So you're going to go down there and you're going to bring some of these chiefs on live with us, right? And we're going to talk to them and see how they feel about this whole thing. And the other thing is, just so everybody knows, Spain just threw out the V passport. So that means that you can fly to Barcelona. I've got a couple here that live about 200 kilometers away from Barcelona. And they said, wow, it's gone. We can fly home without the V passport. Saskatchewan just kicked it out the door. So there's no V passport in Saskatchewan. But guess what? You wait until their premier is going to get pressure put on him, and then he will bring it back. And then, so don't stop pushing, everyone. Hold the line. Hold the line. And you know when they say hold the line? Yeah, that was in war times, right? And the reality is guess what? We don't have to have anybody getting hurt here. Just hold the line and love yourself enough to know that, guess what? You have the right to be on this planet. You have the right to breathe. You have the right to clean water, clean food, and you have the right to abundant everything. What do you think, Dawn?
Couldn't agree more.
So tell me what's been going on this afternoon and what you've heard.
I think the best part, and I think Mike would agree with me too, all of these people, thousands and thousands of people lined up and down our highways today and our overpasses, the children were so excited, and every single one of them that I talked to and that we ran into, you know, they know exactly what's going on. All their signs are saying, you know, thank you for fighting for us, our futures, you know. I mean, that's why I do this. You know, I don't want...
Kids are awake. You know what they're saying? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for taking that kitty litter and making it back into a sandbox, because that's all they want. They want happiness. Everything we do in life, we do for happiness. We do for joy, okay? And the reality is guess what? If we want it, we're going to have to take it back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So what else is going on?
The outpour of donations I mean, aside from the I don't even know what the GoFundMe for these truckers is at. My husband's telling me it's over $8 million.
It was at 7 million this afternoon. Now it's at 8 million. So understand something, okay? This is what you call abundant thinking. Yes. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And remember, all of this money's going towards the truckers to help the truckers to take back the highway to life, right? Correct?
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
So aside from all the donations financially, when you're down here in the heart of this and you see that there are several smaller business owners, you know, those like work trailers that people, you know, the guys hitch on the back of their trucks and stuff. Well, they've emptied the tools and they filled it up with, I mean, these guys went around to, they organized all kinds of, you know, leaders here in the city taking all the donations, and then it goes into those trailers and they cart it all downtown. I mean, oh my gosh, Lynx Stadium, which is 5 minutes from downtown. There's hundreds of trucks parked over there. And it's funny because we pulled in on our way home just to see them all. And as soon as the kids get out of the car, the truckers and the horns, they just go wild. They love the kids. They're doing that for the kids. I'm quite sure of it. But the donations that come in for these guys are well fed.
They were giving us food even.
Yeah, I mean, there's no money needed in this. I mean, food is everywhere, drinks, hot drinks, people with fire pits, and just, I mean, everybody's like, what do you need? What do you need? Here it is,
You know what? It's like fear, okay, causes us to freeze, okay, causes us to not think properly. All we need is just a few more brave hearts. You know how they're trying to push that rock up the hill, and then somebody comes along with one more little finger, okay? Yeah, it's called United We Stand. You know what, guys? They did the 6-foot rule for a reason, because they bury us 6 feet deep. They keep us 6 foot apart. There's no science behind it. There's no science behind any of this stuff. And, you know, I'm going to tell you something right now. Let us never go back down this road again. And we know we can't get rid of them. We know that they're part of the game. But the reality is we were 7 billion to 50,000. Think about how weak-minded we were. Think about how we had no spine, okay? We were the ones that were told to be belly down on the ground, okay? And now truckers are saying we do have a spine.
All right.
Absolutely. The truckers and the children. I mean, the children are not standing for this anymore. They're done. They're done. The kids are done.
The truckers and the children. Where's the rest of them? Where's every parent? Every parent. Well, let me just tell you something. Please don't get me wrong, but I was a crappy parent at the beginning, and so is every other adult a crappy parent. And it's not your fault, but guess what? You were programmed to poison yourself and your kids. And the reality is most parents are still asleep. Okay, seriously. Wake the hell up. You know what? These are your kids. You brought them into the world. You're responsible for them. And that means even going into the cupboard and getting rid of those Fruit Loops. That means getting them proper drinking water. That means not sending them to the stupid government schools. So the reality is a lot of things need to change here. And you know what? If a parent doesn't have abundant thinking on all levels, emotionally, nutritionally, physically, all around the board, and they don't have their brave heart and they can't even get a meow out, that kid is toast. Okay?
I agree.
Especially when you get parents that, you know, they're so toxic themselves between having a glass of wine every night and eating crap all the time. They can't even think. And the reality is that's what they did. They poisoned parents so much that they can't, oh, I'm too tired to fight right now. I'm just going to go watch a movie. You know what? Whether you want to believe this or not, everybody, you're supposed to be the hero of your story. Every morning you get up, you can decide whether this is going to be a horror story, a drama, or it's going to be a love story adventure where you're the hero for your children and yourself, like Dawn and her husband. You know, they're not scared to speak up. You know, it's like there's a lot of people that aren't taking the V, but guess what? They also, your silence is your acceptance. Okay? Your silence is your acceptance, and I'm never going to be silent. I'm never going to be silent ever again because this is my planet, damn it. And nobody's ever taken it away. And there's no authority over me. And if you think that anybody has authority over you, then guess what? This is why we're in this position, right, Dawn?
Absolutely. We need to take our power back and we need to keep it. I mean, like you said earlier, these guys are going to be around. They're not going anywhere.
They're never going anywhere. But guess
never
what?
Going anywhere.
We can put them in the corner. Okay, we can create invisible bonds that lock them in. Okay, to shut
That's
them
right.
down. But it's never going to happen as long as you don't eat right, think right, drink right. And as long as you believe that you're worth less, then guess what's going to happen to your kids? They're going to be sold off by the pound. And now we got these truckers. My God, these truckers. Who would have thought? Out of the blue, over the hill. Oh my God, there's the truckers. That's it. Yeah.
Well, like I saw a post earlier and it said, okay, Justin, Mr. Trudeau, you said it's my way or the highway. Okay, we'll hit the highway then. And that's exactly what they did. And this thing picked up momentum. I mean, who would have ever knew Canada would be the center of attention? I mean, come on.
I just thought of something. You know what we'll do?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to change Justin Trudeau's name, okay? He's now going to be called Speed Bump. Okay, it was just a speed bump that we had to get over, okay? All right, so, wah. Okay, let's do it. Let's get over that bump. Little speed bump, Justin. Okay, so what else do you have to say?
I just love you guys all so much, and this is probably going to be my last event here here in Canada. I'm really looking forward to coming down to Ixtapa. I really need to decompress after all of this. It's been a ride. My children need to decompress. Obviously, this is. I mean, Mike and I, we pulled our kids. We don't have them in school, so they haven't really felt the brunt of it, other than, you know, just whatever we share with them, because, you know, Mike and I feel like it's important that they know both sides of everything, so that they can
and it's great to share things, but you share as a brave heart, okay?
Exactly.
Okay? Not as a fart attack, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're still working on that, you know. I mean, becoming a brave heart is, you know, sometimes it's, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but that's okay, because every day you get to wake up and decide whether you're going to be brave, whether you're going to stay connected to the breath.
Like I said earlier, what if you just got 1% stronger, okay, holding the line? And do you know how you do that? It's called one love, one law, unconditional love for oneself. If you never allowed anyone to do anything that was negative to you or made you do anything that you never wanted to do, how would your life look? How would your life look? You might want to think about that after you go, I'm just going to get in line, okay? All right?
Sorry, Dr. Wolf, I see Velvet joined us. Is that somebody with you guys, or
No,
is
she's
that one
with
of
you.
my...
Velvet's with you. Hi, Velvet. Do you want to let her in?
She's in. I'm going to ask her to unmute.
Velvet, could you unmute?
Oh,
Shut her camera.
Is she going to come?
now it says Anne.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Hi,
Yep,
how
I
you
am-
doing?
Hi, so I'm not totally sure what's going on.
Well, where are you? Are you down by the Parliament in Ottawa?
No, I'm in the west end of Ottawa.
Okay. Well, what we're doing is we're trying to find somebody that could help us find Justin Trudeau. I'm kidding. We want to find somebody that's down at the Parliament right now where all the trucks are. So we just wanted to see if we could get eyes on the ground. Okay?
Okay, so I didn't know what you were doing. Okay.
Yeah, but that's okay, Anne. It's okay. Thanks for coming on.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, if you know anybody, have them give us a little dingle. But everybody, we're going to be back here tomorrow at 11, okay, 11 o'clock Central Time. And we're going to go and do a powwow, right? And we're going to smoke the peace pipe, okay? All right? And we're going to do the Braveheart Warrior roar. Correct, Dawn?
We are going downtown, and I am going to bring you guys through the most amazing, epic display of humanity that I have ever seen or felt in my whole life. I mean, honestly, I'm 42 years old, and this is by far the most exciting I've ever felt to be a Canadian citizen. And
if I can say something, you know, there's two things. First of all, I know that people, if you're misinformed, you're going to take this wrong. But this whole COVID thing was needed, and it was the shining light that you'll find out in about maybe 2 or 3 years that actually saved you and your family and helped you to find your spirit again. Okay, and that is the truth. You may not think it now, because especially if you bought into the thing that it actually exists. Meanwhile, can I say something? Everybody, you know that the V, which is a virus, it's not alive. Did you know that a virus is actually just the waste product of a cell that got infected and inflamed? Did you know that there are 300 viruses, and they're called solvents or soaps? They go in, and what they do is they actually break down, are you ready for this? Man-made chemicals and heavy metals, because if your bacteria were to eat them, they'd die. If the worms ate them, they'll die. If the fungus ate them, they'll die. A lot of people don't understand, but the worms and the fungus and the bad bacteria that are in your body wouldn't be there if you didn't have a terrain that allowed them to live. And the only reason why they're there is they're trying to clean up the mess that you created. So if you're an emotional wreck and you don't eat right, then you infect your cells, and your cells have to be cleaned. And that's called a virus. And a virus is dead, and then your cells spew this out. Why is it that COVID hits really bad in the spring and the fall? Oh, and one other time too, right after Christmas and New Year's, when you pigged out, drank too much, ate too much, and Uncle Harry, who used to abuse you, came over for supper, and that made you really sick and stressed. So then you got inflamed, and then you got infected, so then you had to get sick. And then did you know that if you get sick, you're actually not sick? You're actually healing. So if you think that you can abuse yourself on an emotional and physical level and not get a sickness or a fever to try to throw out this waste, you would die. There's my little 101 science. Okay. Thank you, Dawn.
Anytime, brother. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned, because this is going to be one of the most amazing things you guys have ever seen. And for all you Canadians down there, we love you guys, and I hope you enjoy what we're going to bring to you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a good day.
And if I can say something, everybody, and the reason why we want to do this powwow with these Indian chiefs tomorrow is because guess what? I don't know if you noticed this, but there's 4,500 different religions, and the only one that the government is after is the spirit of the Indian, because that's the Braveheart. And if they can kill every indigenous person on this planet, maybe they could kill the whole thing about the spirit. And whether you believe this or not, we all came from the same divine energy, and we're all going to go back there someday. So you better jump into this one, okay? It's nature's way, okay? Or the highway, all right? Have a great day.
That's right.
It's a Braveheart way.
You have a great day, too.
All right, Dawn. Thanks for joining me, Dawn. Thanks for joining me, everybody. And just know this. There is 150 miles of truckers that have come. I mean, it was 150 miles long, guys, and they're all down at the Parliament. And that's why Justin Trudeau has gone missing. So if anybody could find him, we need to talk to him. God bless. 3, 2, 1. Braveheart, we got this.
Bam.
Bye now. You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with.
That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners or even so-called whole life coaches that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in, because
how I found my brave heart was through Daryl. He really teaches you to go within and go in through your heart and not your mind, because your heart's a lot more connected to so much more than your mind. Your mind is just so conditioned and your heart is just so open and beautiful.
you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, Braveheart. Let's take life in and win.
I had just lost my husband a couple of years ago. With his passing, he gave me the greatest gift to love myself. But Dr. Wolf gave me the greatest gift in understanding that.
I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited, because this is your life.
He's the first doctor that I have encountered that has truly given me the truth, and not just half-truths, but the full truth. So it's been revolutionary for me in my healing process.
And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams, and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to grow. We will not judge each other. We'll observe and see where we can support each other. But at the same time, we will hold the Braveheart line, because this is the only way that we can grow. So find your roar, because you're so much more. And learn this. You are the unconditional love that you've been looking for. You are the dream maker. I can't wait to see you. We want to become that small piece of the puzzle that brings your dream together. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. What do you think it would take to turn your life around? I can tell you right now, I learned that a long time ago, what the key was. And anybody that has been able to perfect the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spirit level knows this. The answer is massive, personal action. That's what it's going to take for you to turn your life around. And to turn your life around, you're going to have to go within if you want to change without. And that's the bottom line. And you know, people think that they can do it like with a consultation, or maybe they can do it with a telephone call, or a Band-Aid, or a 911 emergency, a treatment. But understand, that's not the way it is. The day that you realize that when you master your mind is the only time you're going to master your body. Forget your life. That's always going to be just random luck until you know that you must become the master of your day. From the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, you must be the only authority for you. And if you think that getting an hour consultation is going to do it, it's not. If you think that going for therapy is going to do it, it's not. You have to submerge yourself into what we would call the personal treatment and training. And you need to do that from anywhere from 6 days to 10 days, or you need to come for my whole life coach certification, because if you don't go in deep, you'll never make changes. They say it takes 10,000 times for you to repeat something before it becomes a prominent, dominant thought. And if you understood that 70 to 90% of all your thoughts are not yours, and they say that 70% of your thoughts are toxic, tell me they're not. Take a look at the majority of the population. 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease, which means the body is attacking itself. Before that, though, the person was attacking themselves on a subconscious, unconscious level. And that, my friend, is the bottom line, and why you must take a personal treatment and training and go deep and understand how to run your life. What that means is learning how to think, how to drink, how to eat, and knowing when somebody is mistreating you, when someone is disrespecting you, because until you honor and respect yourself, no one else is going to do it. So understand, this is your life. If you want to live your passion and purpose, then you must become the master of your mind to become the master of your body so that you can become the light for your family. So please, consider this. You've got the time and you've got the money, because you're going to change the rest of your life for the rest of your life.